Okay, so I'm going to correct exercise 13.4. So this is the stem and leaf graph that you're given, and it asks you, first of all, customers visit the cafeteria that morning. So I need to count up the number of people. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So 40 people. Customers visited the cafeteria that morning. How many customers spent at least 40 minutes in the cafeteria? So they spent at least 40 minutes. So I'm looking at people that spent 40 minutes or more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 customers. Part C then says, what fraction of the customers spent less than 20 minutes in the cafeteria? So less than 20 minutes in the cafeteria. So it's all these customers and these customers, because this customer spent 4 minutes, this customer spent 5, this customer spent 13, this customer spent 21. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have 18 customers. And that's question 2 completed. I'm now going to do question 3. Okay, so here I have question 3, and it says, stem and leaf plot below shows the time in seconds it took contestants to answer a general knowledge question. All contestants answered in less than 7 seconds. How many contestants answered the question? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So part A is 15. Then I have, what percentage of contestants took longer than 5 seconds to answer? Okay, so longer than 5 seconds. This person here took 5.1 seconds. This person took 5.5. So they're longer than 5 seconds. So I have 1, 2, 3. It's always going to be 3 out of my total. So I just figured out earlier that there was 15 people, multiplied by 100 to find percentage. And my answer then is 20%. So that's question 3 completed. Now I'm going to go on and do question 4. Okay, so for question 4, I'm giving this set of numbers, and I'm told here are the marks obtained by 20 students in a maths test. And now I have to fill in my stem and leaf plot. Okay, so my stem and leaf plot, remember, it needs to be in order. Okay, so the first number here is 70. I marked it off because it's already in my table. Then I'm going to look for any of my 30s values. Okay, so my 30s here, is there any 30s? Here I have 32, so I cross it off and I fill in my 2. Okay, that's the only 30 value I have. I then look for 40. So here I have a 40, so I cross it off and I fill it in. My next lowest 40, there's 46. We're going to see, is there any lower? No, there's not. So I have 2 46s, so I fill them in. 6, 6. I have a 48 here, and I filled that in as well. Then I go along, okay, so looking at my 50, so here I have 52. I need to see, do I have any lower value than 52? No, I don't, so I fill in my 52 and I cross it off. Then I have to fill in my 57, so my 57 here, and cross it off. Okay, right, my next value are my 60s. Okay, so my 60s, I have 61 here, and I put in my 1. If I have any other 60s, no, I don't. Okay, so I go on to my 70s. So we already have 70 crossed off. 71 is already filled in, so that's fine. Now I need to see, do I have any other 70s? I have 72 here. And I have another 72 here. I have a 76. And I have a 77. And that is all my 70s filled in. Now I'm on to my 80s. I have 86, 2 86s, so I fill them in. 6, 6. I have an 89, so I fill that in. And that's all my 80s completed, and I'm left then with two numbers, which are 98 and 100. So I'm going to fill in my 8 here for 98, and my 100 I'm going to put a 0. That's all numbers are now crossed off, so I can actually continue on. Just spotted here, forgot to fill in this other 86, so I'm going to fill it in here, 6. Okay. First part, question 4. It says, part B then asks me, what percentage of students achieved a mark greater than 50? Okay, so I have my key here, 8 line 6 is 86%. So I need to find the students that got greater than 50. So this student got 52, this student got 57. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 out of my total, okay, which we're told there's 20 students in this class, out of 20 multiplied by 100, okay, and I get that is 75%. And that's part B completed for question 4. Okay, question 5 then I have, Siobhan measures the height in centimetres of all students in her class. Here are her results. Okay, so they're all laid out here. Copy and complete the stem and leaf plot. Okay, so they have 138 and 139 already completed, so I'm just going to cross off 138 and 139. Okay, then I need to see, okay, do I have any other numbers that need to be filled in? So we'll start with my 140s. Okay, so 149, I have a lower one, 148. Okay, so any other 140s, another 149. Okay, and here I have 143, so I'm going to fill in here my 3. Okay, the next one then I had, the next lowest 140 is going to be 148. So I have 8 there, then I have 149, 149, and that's all of them in now. Okay, then I'm going on to my 158s, or 150, so I have 156, 154, 158, 153, 154, 155, okay, so I can see so far my lowest one is 153, I have 154, okay, there's 156, 158, another 154, okay, and then I start my 155 is next. I have 156, 156, 157, 157. Okay, I have no more 15s, I don't think, or 158 here. Okay. Then what I need to do is I need to look at my 160s. Okay, so my lowest 160 value is going to be 165. So I put in 5 here. I have another 165, so put in 5 here. Then I'm looking at my 100 and, I have 166, that goes here. 168 goes there. And I have no other, I'm after forgetting a 165, so I'm just going to fill this in here. Okay, then I need to look at my 170, so I have 175, 177 and 178, so I have 5, 7, and my 8 is here. Then I have 181 and 183, 1 and 3. So I have all numbers now placed inside my stem and leaf plot. Okay, so you can just double check there if you're correct. Part B then of this question says, Siobhan's height is 158 centimetres. What fraction of the class is taller than her? Okay, so she's 158 centimetres. She wants to see who is taller than her. Okay, so 160s, these people are all taller than her, so I need to count them up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 out of, okay? The total, we weren't told how many people are in the class, so we'll just count them up quickly. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it's going to be 10 out of 25. So that is as a fraction. I can break that down again as well. So 5 goes into 10 twice, and 5 goes into 25 5 times. Okay, your calculator will also break that down for you as well. Now I'm going to correct question 6. Here I have question 6. Okay, so here are the times in seconds for 20 athletes who ran a 100 metre race. Draw a stem and leaf plot for this data. So the first thing I need to do is I need to see what is my lowest value. Okay, so far it's 10.6. Okay, 10.5. So the lowest stem I'm going to have is going to be 10. Then I need to see what is my highest value. So I have 13. I need to see, is there any other value higher than 13? No, there's not. So I have 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. What I have to do then is I have to fill out my value. So I'm filling in my stem and leaf. Okay, so I have to see 10.6. Is there anything lower than 10.6? We have 10.5, so I cross that off. I have 5. Then I have a 10.6, so I fill in my 6. I have a 10.7, so I fill in my 7. Okay, and I have 10.8 here, so I fill in 8. Okay, that's all my 10s fully accounted for. Now I'm going on to my 11s. So here I have an 11.0. Right, the next one I have, my lowest 11 value next is 11.1. Okay, I have an 11.2. An 11.2, so I'm filling that in. I have 11.5 here. So I cross that off. I have an 11.6. Cross that off. Here I have an 11.8, so I cross that off as well. Then I have to go on to, I have no more 11s, so I'm going on to my 12s. Here I have a 12.0, so I fill in 0 here. I have a 12.2, so I fill in 2 here. I have a 12.3, so I fill in my 3 here. Then I have another 3, so I fill in 3. I have 12.5, so I fill them in. I cross them off here. I have a 12.7, so I cross that off and I put in 7 here. Then I have two 13.1s, so 1, 1. Okay, so the last final part that I need to do is make sure I fill in a key, so I can choose any number whatsoever. So I'm going to just choose this here, 10 line 5 is equal to 10.5 seconds. So don't forget our key. It's really, really important to fill it in so that we can understand how to read this stem and leaf plot. Part B then asks me how many students had times under 11 seconds. Okay, so under 11 seconds is these students here because they had 10.5, 10.6. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 students. And then I'm asked what is the difference between the fastest time and the slowest time. Okay, so the slowest possible time to do this race was 13.1, and the fastest time to do this race is take away 10.5. Okay, and we put that into my calculator, I get 2.6. Okay, so that was the difference between the fastest time and the slowest time. And I now just have one more question to complete, question 7. Here I have question 7. So I'm asked to draw a stem and leaf plot for this data. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out what is my stem going to be. So I need to find the lowest possible value. Okay, so far I can see that 13 is my lowest possible value. So my lowest stem is going to be 1. Now I need to find what is my highest value. And I see 48 is my highest value. So that means my stem is going to have to go up as far as 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw my line. Okay. Now I need to fill in my data. Okay. So my lowest possible value is 13. So I'm crossing off 13 and I put in my 3. I have another 13 here. So I cross it off, I put in my 3. I have another 13 up here. I cross it off and put in my 3. Okay, then I see what's my next lowest value. It's it's 15 here. So I cross it off and put in my 5. My next lowest data is 19, 19, so 9, 9. Then I have all my teens done. The next one then is my 20, so 0. And then I have 21 here, so I put in a 1. Now I have 24, so that's my next lowest one, so 4. And I have 27, so I put in a 7 here. I have 28 here, and then that's all my 20s put in. So now we're moving on to my 30s. So my lowest 30 is 31, so I put in 1. Then I have 32, 32, 2, 2. Then I have 4, 34. And I have all my 30s put in, and the final few then, 42, 45, 46, and 48. Okay, and I just see here I haven't crossed off 1, so I need to put in a 2 here. Okay, so all the data is filled in and it's all in the correct order. Now the question I was asked, if only the teenagers in the group were on the way to school, what percentage of the group was not going to school that morning? Okay, so I need to see, okay, who was not going to school that morning. These are all the teenagers, they were all going to school. So these are the ones that are not going to school. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 out of my total. Okay, so I was told there's 20 people in the lineup at the start of that question, and I was asked for percentages, so I need to multiply by 100, okay, and then I'm going to put that into my calculator and I get 70%, and that's question 7 completed. Today then now what I'm going to move on to is histograms. Okay, so I've drawn out a histogram. This example is on page 212 of your books if you want to open that up as well. So girls, as you can see, histograms, they look very, very similar to bar charts, okay? One of the major difference between a histogram and a bar chart is in a histogram, there's no gaps between the bars, okay? So that's why I was telling you it was really important you were putting your gaps in between your bars in your bar charts. The first question I was asked here is part A. So it says, how many employees arrive before 7:30, okay? So I need to see, okay, so along here I have this bar represents people that arrive between 7:20 to 7:30, okay, but it does not include people that arrive at 7:30, okay. This bar includes people that arrive from 7:30 to 20 to 8, but does not include people that arrive at 20 to 8. So what it means is basically if you arrive at 7:39, you're going to be in here, but if you arrive at 7:40, you're going to be in this bar here, okay. So then, how many arrive before 7:30? Looking at this here, I can see that 3 people arrive between 7:20 and 7:30, so I can say my answer is 3. Part B then says, how many employees arrive at or after 7:30 but before 8 o'clock? Okay, so at or after 7:30 is these people, okay, so from here, but before 8 o'clock, so before 8 o'clock, so I'm going to be including this bar, and this bar, okay, because they arrive at 7:30 to 20 to 8, these arrive from 20 to 8 to 10 to 8, and these arrive from 10 to 8 to 8 o'clock, but there's no one there that is there at 8 o'clock. If you were there at 8 o'clock, you're in this bar. So what I have then is I have 4 plus 8 plus 6, okay, and I get 8. 4 plus 8, 1 second now, just think I've actually drawn a bar wrong, so this bar should be as far as 5, 1 moment. Okay, so I have it recorrected here with the correct figures in. So I was asked how many employees arrive at or after 7:30 but before 8 o'clock, so it's this bar, and this bar, okay, so part B. So here I have 4 plus, between 20 to 8 and 10 to 8 I have 8, so plus 8. Between 10 to 8 and 8 I have 5 people, okay, and when I add all of those together I get 17. Part C then asks me, so it says how many employees arrive for work on this particular morning. Okay, so I need to see how many is there altogether. So I have 3 plus 4 plus I have my 8 plus my 5 plus here I have 2 plus here I have 1, and when I add all of those together I get 23. Part D then says, what fraction of the employees arrive no sooner than 8 o'clock? So they arrive no sooner than 8 o'clock. That means that they arrive after 8 o'clock, okay, because they're not there before 8 o'clock. So I'm looking at these people here. So there is 2 people, plus these people arrive between 10 past 8 and 20 past 8, plus 1, and that gives me 3. But I was asked for a fraction, so it's going to be 3 over my total, which is 23, and that's part D. I'm going to run through another example now. Okay, so I'm given this here, okay, which is a frequency table, and I'm asked to draw the histogram for this. So the first thing I need to do is I need to draw my vertical and my horizontal axis. Okay, right. Remember, it's really important, okay, that I have my 3 axes labeled. So I have a heading, this axis labeled, and this axis labeled as well. Okay, so I'm told the following frequency table shows the times in minutes spent by a group of people in the museum. Okay, so I'm just going to say time spent in museum. That's what I'm going to call this here. Then I have time. Okay, so I'm going to bring time down to the bottom here, and number is going to go along the side here. Okay, I need to make sure that they're all in equal intervals. So I have 0 to 10 is going to go here, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Okay, so that's all of them here. So I have 0, 10, okay, here is going to be 20, 30, 40, 50, okay. Right, the first one then, I have 0 to 10, I have 1 person, and my highest frequency that this table goes up as far as is 9. So I need to go up as far as 9. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm filling that in. Okay, and I'm good to go now because I have my label. I have my axes labelled as well, and I have them all in equal intervals. Okay, so 0 to 10 I have 1 person. Okay, then I have 10 to 20, I have 4 people, so I'm going to go up. Then I have 20 to 30 and I have 8 people, so I need to go up as far as 8. And then I have 30 to 40, I'm going to go as far as 7. And then the last one, 40 to 50, I have 9. Okay, and that's my histogram drawn. Okay, so frequency always goes alongside and time goes along the bottom.